And hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. So today we'll be learning how to limit database results, because sometimes when you try and select star from and then the table name, then sometimes you have up to 1,000,000 or even more rows in that table, and that can actually impact the performance of not only what you receive or your computer, but the server itself. Here, for example, the biggest is only 518 rows or records, which is completely understandable, because sometimes when you select everything from a table and it has to go and return every single row, which is about 1,000,000, let's say, of that, then it can really just take too long to not only give you the results, but it can just slow everything else down because it has to focus on that result. So a good thing to do is just to limit the amount of results there is allowed to return. Because it's not always with everything. Sometimes you just want people with the same customer name or the same number or something, but there could still be a lot of people. And sometimes you just need to limit it because there's too much information to process. So one way you can do it is you can actually say top. And you can say something like 3, for example. And if you run this SQL, it should return only the first 3 results. Take note that doing this could potentially not work, because not all type of SQL ways to limit things works like that. Sometimes there are different ways for different SQLs. So it's recommended to not use top, but to use limit instead. So here you can say from customers, limit, and you can just say something like limit 5, and this will limit the amount of rows that gets returned to 5. I think the problem is I cannot use limit on the website, which is kind of just bad. But we can use limit somewhere else. So let me quickly pull out a dummy database. Alright, so here I have the dummy database. Now let's quickly count how many employees there are, because there's an employee table. As you can see, the count is 300,000 employees. Now, sometimes that can be a little bit much, because look at this. Let's say select star from employees, and as you can see, it has a lot to print out. And it's now at 50,000, 60,000. It can slow down the entire system. So a good way to just limit this is say limit, and something like 10, for example. And there we go. It's limited to 10. The first 10 that will pop up. You can even use a where clause. So where gender is equal to M for male, then limit 10. And as you can see, it will return only the males, but it will limit it to only 10. Because even if you remove that limit, it's still going to be quite a lot. And this is a great example, because as you can see, there's still a lot being returned. So yeah, that's kind of where you'd use limit or top. I don't know if top will work here, but we can try. Top 3. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be working. And here it will work. Yeah, so you can see here it works. So see, top doesn't always work everywhere, and limit also seems to not always work everywhere. So sometimes you just need to compromise and either use top or use limit. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you again in the next video.